Espionage, daring escapes, the lost continent of Atlantis. These are all vital elements to Counterfeit Monkey. Graphics, however, are not. Counterfeit Monkey is very literally a text adventure and one that turns certain interactive fiction conventions on their heads, while wholeheartedly cribbing from modern game design for a tale of gender dysphoria, lexiconal locks, and making a fast buck under an oppressive Atlantean government. You awake, confused, conjoined, configured as a living portmanteau called Alexandra. More specifically, you're Andra, and Alex is the other person running the internal monologue in your shared body. You've been spliced together, forming this peculiar duality to evade authorities seeking out your singular selves. Dealing with identity is interesting, as both you and Alex call upon memories with the Remember command to help flush out motivations and personality lost to short-term amnesia, attempting to sneak valuable stolen schematics out of the country so you can make a mint and return to your respective bodies. You're in Atlantis, which has adopted the English language and uses fierce letter manipulation to shape every facet of daily life. It's confusing and a bit mad, but in the end, it's also brilliant. Things start off with a simple introduction. Armed with only an everyday letter remover, you're presented with a padlocked door next to a museum showcasing an ancient codex. Turn the letter remover to X and zap the codex to get a code. It's the first of many aha moments that make Counterfeit Monkey a delight, displacing the age-old guess the verb mentality and challenging you to excise your inventory to find the perfect noun. Counterfeit Monkey also sports some other nifty commands, like the after-mentioned ability to remember things. You can go to locations simply by naming them, and the conversation system is easy to use. Your abilities grow and more areas become available, giving a Metroid-style flavoring to the game as your letter remover is upgraded to make living and abstract nouns. And just wait until you get your hands on the homonym paddles or a contraband umlaut puncher, which turns nearly any object into an 80s hair metal band. There's a lot to experiment with, and while it doesn't always solve a problem, it's rewarding in and of itself to manipulate words and draw out reactions. The game even features achievements for pulling off some optional linguistic acts of daring do. Most puzzles have multiple solutions, and there's even an expert mode that puts troublesome adjectives in front of words to block the more obvious solutions. Beyond the novelty of language, the game resonates with its setting and story, a mixture of Orwell and steampunk, but not quite either, with a dash of modern illusions making this crazy world seem real. Along with the expert mode, multiple endings and tough choices lend additional replayability. Be warned, solutions to a few puzzles are hard to ascertain, mainly at the game's university. Dealing with academics is never easy after all. And while the game doesn't support polygons or physics, it's a complex piece of code, playable on all modern operating systems, though finding a perfect interpreter to play it on can be an issue. On both Mac and PC, there were issues trying to get some features to work, like undo. While game overs are few and far between, an ultimate defeat is possible, so save often. Because unfortunate endings to your adventure are often conveyed with delicious, explicit text, they can be worth ferreting out. It's difficult to sing the high praises of Emily Short's latest masterpiece without spoiling it itself. Counterfeit Monkey is consistently surprising and adroit, engaged with its own core without drowning in witty self-referential winks, putting the basis of language at the forefront, the verb and the noun, without piling on verbose diatribes of exposition. Successful, smart, and fun, its puzzles and pace bridge the gap between curling up with a good book and letting you save the world. Or at least your own skin. See this and other GT shows and game reviews on the GT Originals iOS app, available now on the App Store.